want to play. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Open up the Arizona Sports app and listen live. Read breaking sports news. Get podcasts, check in with the local teams, and more. The Arizona Sports app is presented by Ready Services Plumbing and Air Conditioning.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language in as little as 3 weeks? Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at MDA.org today.
When I first had my baby, I'd get comments all the time about how happy I must be. I remember thinking, I want to be happy. Why don't I feel that way? It was hard to admit that, even to my doctor. But I'm glad I did. She told me it was postpartum depression, and that it's very treatable. These days, things are feeling good, and we're both happier about that. Right, little man? I'll take that as a yes.
Mental health care is working for Simone. See what it can do for you at mentalhealthcareworks.org. A message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes and homes for our troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling. The limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes, rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Being isolated and lonely can be harmful to your health, resulting in high blood pressure, a greater risk of heart disease, and early onset dementia. So it's important to build and maintain social connections. Try a new hobby, volunteer, exercise, or use your phone or other device to stay in touch. Visit connecttoeffect.org to find resources and ways to stay connected. Presented by AARP Foundation with support from United Healthcare. With all the school supplies your child will need over the years, it can be easy to overlook the most important one of all, money, which is a good reason to open an AZ529 education savings plan. Whether you invest $15 or $150 a month, your money grows tax-free. By the time your little one is ready for college, vocational school, or workforce training, they'll have all the savings they need to get the job of their dreams. Visit az529.gov to get started.
This message is sponsored by the Office of the Arizona State Treasurer.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheSkin.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council. Hot stove leak.
I know the Timex have been talking about Justin Turner for well over a year, and they tried to sign him last year.
Your home for D-Max breaking
countdown to spring training, Arizona Sports on 98.7 and the Arizona Sports app. Product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. This is Freddie and Harry on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app. Smart speaker to play ESPN Radio. So you got two coaches in the Super Bowl, of course. You got Andy Reid, the head coach of Kansas City, and you got Kyle Shanahan, the head coach of San Francisco. Andy Reid used to be in the same position that Kyle Shanahan, Harry, is in right now. Getting a team close and not winning that big one. Happened more than a couple of times. Andy Reid with the Philadelphia Eagles, getting an NFC Championship game and not winning a couple of those. Getting to a Super Bowl and not winning that. He's been able to overcome that, being the Kansas City Chiefs head coach, trying to get his third championship in 4 years. Kyle Shanahan wants to get where Andy Reid is. And if he's able to get there, he told the last two games that were able to come back and win against Green Bay and Detroit would be a big help that could manufacture itself on Sunday.
I mean, you hope it helps. I mean, you want to experience through every game. And we haven't had the experience of that with mini games the way this year's gone, especially. I mean, you never want them close. You want to win them pretty easy and be able to show at the end. But that's what's cool is the way we've done these last 2 weeks. I mean, it's very rare of what I said you won happens. And that's usually how the playoffs go. And to have our back against the wall in those last two games and be able to pull it out, you get the life experience of that. And when you go through that, it breeds confidence.
Well, a lot of people want to be where the San Francisco 49ers are and the Kansas City Chiefs have been. That is competing for a championship and winning a championship. Something that a young man who knows about that in college wants to experience the same thing in the National Football League. He's the outstanding quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence. He joins us here on Freddie and Harry, courtesy of P&G. And you're part of that during Super Bowl week, Trevor. Number one, thanks for joining us. Number two, what is it like to be associated with P&G, especially when it's for a good cause during Super Bowl week that you're a part of going up to the big game?
Oh, guys, thanks for having me. Yeah, no, I'm excited. So, P&G Battle of the Titles, this is year 2 for me and for the event. You know, I did it last year in Phoenix.